Hey guys, Uncle Bobby here, and I'm going to be reacting to Andrew Tate playing chess. We're going to see how good he really is, and I'm a chess player myself, so I'll give you input on how good and bad his moves are. So let's start off with this game. So Andrew Tate is playing with the white pieces here. His account is playing underscore 2 underscore win, and let's see how he does. Alright, so we start off the game. Pretty decent opening. Here, Andrew plays a very interesting move. He plays knight c3, which is not the best move, and it's something I've never really seen, to be honest. Basically allowing the pawn to be taken, queen takes, and now the knight can come out to c6. And what that does is it attacks the queen and forces it to move away. So the knight does come out to c6, the queen moves back. Now the bishop is getting freed up to go to g7. So we get control of the center, more control of the center. Knight comes out. Here we get castles. Bishop comes out. All right. Castles. So the queen comes out, gives a check. So the king basically has to go to h1 or else you're losing. So king goes to h1. Rook comes out. So this is all pretty good chess so far. I mean, none of these moves are perfect, or at least most of them aren't. But none of these moves are terrible either. So takes. So we attack. Here is a big blunder. Now, I want you guys to pause and see why this move is a blunder. If you need a hint, basically this queen can get trapped in one move. So the move here is knight to a4. Knight to a4 traps the queen and forces the queen to take the rook so then you can take it back. Andrew Tate misses this key idea and he takes the knight. Bishop takes back, allowing the knight to go to a4 again, but he misses it again. He plays knight to d5 and he does not trap the queen. So Andrew Tate misses a huge opportunity here to basically win the game on the spot. Okay, so bishop comes back. Rook attacks the queen. Queen takes the pawn. Rook takes the pawn. Queen comes back. All right, so interesting move, rook b2. I would have personally played rook b1 to just bring it all the way back because it's sort of on an awkward square now, but it's okay. Bishop takes, rook takes. Knight comes out. So here the computer likes c5, and the idea behind c5 is basically that you are attacking the queen. So if the knight takes the rook, then you lose the queen. But Andrew here, he plays rook g3. So takes. Here the queen takes the pawn, which is a miss. So here there's a fork for white. White plays knight to e7, check, and attacking the rook. So after the king moves, the knight can take the rook. So his opponent takes back. So Andrew Tate brings some space for his king. Okay, his pawn comes out. Alright, so we have some pressure on this pawn here. But the reason he doesn't take this pawn immediately is because he doesn't want this pawn to be taken. So what he does is he basically defends this pawn so that he can take the pawn on a5 next move. So bishop comes out, rook comes back to prevent it from being taken. So rook takes the open file, queen takes, rook takes. There's a check, and now you see why this move h3 was so important, because now the king has some space to move. So bishop comes out. So here g3 is forced. This was a nice move, rook g2. Not the best move, but it was a nice idea. The idea is that you can't take the bishop because then the rook is taken. So what Andrew Tate does here is he takes the rook. Bishop takes back, and white takes the pawn. King moves. Here Andrew Tate makes a huge mistake, a massive mistake, and he plays g4. Now, see if you can find why this is such a bad move. The reason this is a bad move is because of bishop to f4, attacking the king, putting a check on the king, and attacking the rook. So once the king has to move, the king has no way of getting out without moving. the king moves, and the rook is taken. So in this position, after bishop f4, Andrew Tate resigned and lost the game. So I think Andrew Tate is a decent player at chess, but he definitely has a lot to learn and he could get better.